I made this gathered skirt without gathering manually nor using a gathering foot. Yeah. Now the lower part of the shirt dress is the tiered skirt. Okay, so this is the first one, second one, the last one will come soon. And guess what, I was working on it earlier today. Currently it is 1:18, maybe now 1:20 a.m. I can't sleep. I had a nap earlier, so I just can't sleep. But tomorrow or earlier this morning, I had planned to make this video, and since I can't sleep, I decided to make it now. If I don't do it now, waking up will be an issue and I have class. That's just by the way. So I've decided to share the process. So while I wanted to work on this, I was feeling lazy. So I was thinking, do I have to really gather this whole tier and add together? And so I am here today to share with you how I will be sewing this without gathering foot or manually making gathers. I'm excited to share this with you, so do keep on watching. This was the practice I made with it when the idea came. Okay, so it looks good. So the last year I'm going to use the same process I used to do this to share with you how I did it. Okay, so let's get onto the sewing machine. Don't mind the look, I just got up from bed to make this video, so I didn't really want to look good in any way. I feel like it will waste my time, right? So let's get into this. Alright, so this is my last year right here. It is huge. Can you see? Wow. We are going to be gathering all this to fit the lower part of the second tier. So that's the plan. Okay, so now I'm going to locate the part that will be the center front and locate the part that will be the center back, and then also find the sides. So basically I'm going to be dividing this whole length, this whole width into 4. Okay, so there's one center front, just marking it down. So I'm trying to find the center back. So this is the center back. I'll fold again to get a side. Okay, so this is the sides. How am I even using cutter? These are the following tips. The first thing is to make sure that you have your elastic thread, okay, on the bobbin. The elastic thread will be right together with the bobbin case, and then you have the regular thread at the top. Okay, so the elastic thread will come from the bottom, and then the regular thread will come from the top. Okay, you know, when you are sewing, there is a thread that comes beneath and there is one that comes above, right, which ends up making the stitches. So that's one. Secondly, you need to make sure that your stitch is on the gathering number, which is 5. Okay, that's the longest stitch, and then the least is 0. Alright, so I have here my bobbin together with the elastic thread, right? So I'll use this to demonstrate. If you want to roll your elastic thread, you don't need to use the machine. You have to do it manually. Okay, if you use the machine is going to stretch the elastic thread too much for you, right? So you need to do it manually, and when you are doing it manually as well. You don't need to stretch. You do not stretch and roll. You see, just allow the elastic thread to breathe, but do not allow it to just relax, right? So you just pull a little bit. Can you see? Just pull a little bit. Don't pull too much before you roll. Just pull a little bit and roll. Do not exert too much pressure. Okay, so can you see? Just roll and make sure that you roll your elastic thread as many times on the bobbins. The fact that you are not pulling it or stretching it while rolling, it's not much on the bobbin. Okay, so you need multiple bobbins, so while you are sewing, you would not always pause to roll again. Doesn't make sense. Another tip, I make sure to have 2 bobbin cases. So these are 2, right? The first one I'll use for the elastic thread, and this I'll use for the regular thread. If you can see, there's no space here because the screw has been tightened. Normally, when you get your bobbin cases, the screws are tightened already for your regular thread. This is the one with the elastic thread. Okay, it was normal, so I unscrewed it so I can have the space. So if you don't have 2, you can just unscrew when you are done, then you screw it back. Okay, I think it's just tedious while working because at some point you will need to join the tears together with a straight stitch. To have it easier, you just have 2 bobbins. Okay, one you use for the elastic thread and the other for the regular thread. So when you are done with the elastic thread, you just put this down and put your regular thread into this, so you can just insert and sew. I'm going to place my elastic thread back so it just goes in easily. Can you see? The elastic thread does not even suffer to pass through. So it goes in like this, and then no stress, it just goes in the same way it is going in, the same way it's going to come out easily when the machine is stitching. Okay, and this also affects the gathering of your fabric, because when this is tight, the elastic thread suffers to come out, and so it doesn't bring out the elasticity you want to really roll. Okay, so you need to allow this. Very important. That is why I'm stressing on it. So now that we are done with all the tips that will help us, these tips are mainly for sharing, and it is the sharing method I'm trying to introduce to gather my tears together to make the skirt. If you want to share your top, your dress, your skirts, your sleeves, you can use this same method. Okay, I'll just put in my regular thread into the eye of the needle and then begin to share, or in this case gather. So the same way I have divided the tiers into 4 equal parts with notches, I did same for the second tier. So when I'm attaching, I know that notch to notch, notch to notch. Does it make sense? Alright, so I'm going to begin, and what I'm going to do is first off, this is the right side of the fabric and this is the wrong side. You want the regular thread to be on the right side, to show on the right side. So I'm going to place the wrong side of the fabric against the machine this way. And then the other thing I will do is to stitch. My first stitch will be very close, almost close to the edge of the fabric, and then the second will be close to the other, and then I'm going to do the third one as well, right? But I'm going to do it in in a space of ½ inch, because that is my joining allowance. I'm not going to give a big space. This is not sharing, this is gathering, but using the sharing method. So can you see it is already gathering, and this is how close it is to the edge of the fabric. After going round, I'll go round again and go round again, but I'll have to make sure that all my stitches are within my joining allowance, which is ½ inch. Okay, I'm about to stop, so I'm just going to stop right here. I'm just going to continue in the next row close to the other stitch. Okay, I'm making a continuous stitch, but I'll make sure I am not stitching or stepping on this initial stitch. Okay, my elastic thread is already finished. That was fast. I'm just going to go back a little bit from the stitch where I ended. Just go like 1 inch behind to begin again and walk over that line. I think it's here. I don't know if it's making sense though, but this is where it ends. So I'm just going to move back about 1 inch and follow the same stitch and walk on it. This way I'm trying to secure the initial stitch which did not end, and I'm making a continuous stitch on that same one, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to carefully walk on it and then I'll continue. I've been gathering, and this is how it looks like. Can you see? This is the first row, second, and this is third. They are quite close to each other, so this is about 1 cm allowance, while I need ½ inch. So instead of the 3 rows, I've decided to go 1 more, so I can get to that ½ inch allowance I want. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I think this method is actually really good. Stitching close to it will make me to stitch more within my allowance, and then by gathering more of the fabric together, you get. So while I'm stitching, I'll stretch. One, two, three, four. I'm going to kind of slant my stitch and enter into the fourth one, and then I'll end it. You see? So I'll just walk over the fourth line again, just to end my stitch, and that will be all. So this is how it looks like. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and it looks like I was kind of continuing with the 5th one, but this is just 4, right? So for me to not make a 5th stitch, I just shifted into the 4th stitch and just end the stitch down. Can you see? Can you see a double line? So that is it. So you can see that we have our gathers together. Can you see? So all we are going to do is pin this together with the second tier and attach. I'll be changing my elastic thread, both the elastic thread and the bobbin case. Okay, I'm changing it to a regular thread. And so if you do not have 2 bobbin cases, don't worry, Can you see how open this is? The more you unscrew, the more it opens. So at this stage, all you do is screw it back so it closes for your regular thread to go through easily. Now, if this doesn't happen when you are using the normal thread with a bobbin, it's going to gather your thread and your thread will not stitch well. Okay, so make sure you tighten it. I already have my regular bobbin case, right? So I'm just going to match them together and then insert it down here. So here is my second tier. So you can see that I've used the elastic thread for it. And also, before I forget, when stitching, the stitch length was 5, so you need to change it back to your regular length, okay? The normal length you like to use. So I'm going to change mine to 2.5 to 3 thereabout. And then all I'm going to do is match the right side of this to the right side of the second tier. This is the first tier and this is the second tier. The second tier was attached to the first tier, and so now the third tier will be attached to the second tier. So what I'm going to do is look for my center notch. So this is it. I'm going to match it together with the center of the second tier as well. So this is it, and match it this way. Go ahead and pin. Also look for the other notches and match them together. That's another notch, and this is the other notch. It actually fits, and wow, that's good. You just have to do this. Just place it on it nicely. Can you see? Can you see? And then you stitch. So I'm just going to pin. And you would also notice that this is also trying to gather, right? This is looking like an excess. So the only thing you have to do is pull the elastic thread to fit into this, okay? Okay. Alright, so this is how it looks like, and this is this side. Now what we are going to do is stitch, but you make sure your needle stitches right beside this last stitch. Can you see the way it looks? It looks like a normal goddess without even manually gathering, right? So if you want yours to come out as a vase, make sure you follow all the steps, all the tips I have given, and you have a great result, okay? So just make sure your stitch is right behind your last row, okay? And make sure you also align, make sure you align your fabric nicely, okay? So I have the skirt ready. This is how the skirt looks like. I just wore it, and right now I'm pinning the waist to fit my waist. No, we'll be sharing it, I guess, together with this top. So for now, I haven't done that. I just wore it this way. Yeah, but this is how it looks like. I just need to couple them together. It looks cute like this, top and skirt. Wow, it looks cute. It looks really cute like this. I'll be coupling it together with this ruffle as well. It's going to be something like this, together like this. I'm going to have a full dress, so I'm going to pull it this way and stitch together. That's both front and back. So by the time I'm done stitching with an elastic thread, okay, so I'll end up having them trimmed together like this, and then to just be stable, while I'll have the adjustable strap this way. So whenever I want to wear, I just pull the adjustable strap down and kind of tighten it to look like an off shoulder, and have it this way, or have them together, or probably wear it like this. I don't know about this, but you can also wear it like this as well. After attaching all the sections together, this is what we have, and here I am just trying to fill the dress and restyle it however I feel like. Yeah, so that is it for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed learning or you enjoyed watching, give this video a thumbs up, to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you once again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.